Hi, welcome to Knits Up. I am Mindy, your hostess, otherwise known as Knitter CNY. You can find show notes and other information over at knitsup.libsyn.com, and you can find a podcast group over on Ravelry. Today is the 1st of March, 2015. It's been a while since I've done a video podcast, so I'm going to kind of breeze through some stuff and catch up on stuff. The bandwidth or the memory, whatever you want to call it, at Libsyn is pretty tight, so that's why it's going to be short and quick. If you're interested in anything I'm doing, feel free to look on my projects page too. I try and update that as much as I can. So, what have I been working on? Well, one of the things is a pair of socks. I've got one sock done of this, and I'm working on the second one. I've just turned the heel. This is Farmhouse Yarns, their sock base. I can't remember, I think it's Fanny's Fingering Weight. It's a nylon and woolen nylon blend, and the color is Glacier, I think. It's sort of blue, black, cream color. And I do a cuff down heel, and then with a heel and turn a gusset and all that fun stuff. It's pretty much the 64. I'm using High needles on a 2.25 millimeter, and yes, it is bent. Something got squished on it, but it's working, so whatever. So one of those is done. The second one I'm working on. The other thing that I'm still working on, and sort of ripped out and started over on size 0 needles, which I believe are 2.0 millimeter needles, are the Abracadabra socks. This is Knit Picks Felici Fingering Weight Self-Striping, and this is old stash, probably 3, 4, 5 years old, and this is what it looks like now. I'm using the needles I bought at Tuesday Morning. They're cubic needles. This is when they used to do them and make them in China. Now they're manufactured in the United States. And when they switched over the manufacturing to the US, they put the Chinese made ones into Tuesday Morning, and I just grabbed them because they were half off and they were cheap. So I was interested in using them, and you know, it's cheap. Other stuff I'm working on, another pair of socks. This is, I can't remember whether I showed these at one point or not. These are sort of Christmassy socks, but they're Regia. And it's, pardon the hair and fuzz, looks like that. It's pretty true. Red, green, a little bit of blue, light teal, white. And it'll make stripes, and these are on, I think these are regular Highs, and they're 2.25 millimeters. These are the regular ones. The other ones are the Sharps. These might not be Highs. I don't know. I can't remember what they are, but they work. I have another pair of socks on the needles. I'm trying to get a lot of these finished, so we'll see how that goes. One sock is here. I had been doing 2 socks on one circular needle, and then I got almost to the point where I was going to turn the heel, and I was like, I don't know. I can't see me trying to turn 2 heels for 2 socks on one needle. It would just be, it was more than my brain could handle at that point, so I was like, okay, we're done with that. So I grabbed the Haya double points, double point Sharps, pull this down so you can kind of see. Added a little length on here, did my heel, turned my heel, and then I'm down to, I'm still working on the gusset part. This is Stroll Paisley Multi. I believe this is also Knit Picks Old Stash. And so then I'll use reinforcing thread on that. And it's going to be one of the this is truly rose because it's going to be a cardigan. Right now it doesn't look like much. We're starting from the neck and going down. And this is the Pure and Simple by Diane Soucy sweater, plus size seamless raglan for women. If you look at my projects page, you'll find it. The colors look like this. It kind of looks brown from far away, and then you bring it up and it's like it's almost over dyed. It's getting washed out, but it's very, very brown, subtle kind of a thing. It's almost like the Ravenclaw type of stuff. But this is actually Simply Soft by Karen. This is stuff I bought last year on sale. This is what it looks like at the skein. It is, the color is Sticks and Stones. That's pretty good. You can kind of see it's dark, but there's kind of like purple, blue, gray, black, and a brown running through it. Overall appearance when you look at it from far away is brown. And I haven't gotten too far on this, basically that far. And I'm using, it's a US 7? Yeah, it's a US 7 4.5 millimeter, because that's the type of fabric I like. Got all of that living in one bag. And then there's 2 blankets. I talked about these, but I don't know that, sorry. Let's try something else first. Not the 2 blankets, we'll save those for last. The other thing I'm working on, and I'm almost done with it, this is a big giant wad of fun. This is homespun thick and quick from what I can tell, and I don't know the colorway, but that's what it looks like. It's kind of fluffy. This is really, really huge. This is the Triangle Shawl by Lion Brand. I haven't tucked in my ends, obviously. This was in the bags of yarn that you can get at AC Moore that are a pound of fashion yarn or whatever. They're Millens. And it was $8 or something like that. I think I had a coupon, so it wasn't even $8. This is how much I have left. There were 4 of these huge little balls, so like a quarter of a pound is what I have left, which isn't even that much. So I hope to get that done. That's for me, because it's cold. And then the last thing I have, for me while I bed, I have Living in a Joann's bag that I bought on sale for $8. These were the ones they were trying to get you to spend $30 worth of stuff, and then they would give you the bag for $10 or something. And then they went on sale, and they were on clearance, and it was $10, and then it went down to $8, and I was like, fine. So what I'm making is our 2 blankets for high school seniors. My cousin's 2 kids. 2 of the kids are graduating, and I won't be able to really see this, but it looks like that. This is sort of a brownish color. This is getting washed out. I think this is pine bough, maybe. It's brown. Actually, it's probably taupe, because I have 2 of taupe, which is this sort of brown, nonchalant, putty color. This is like a burgundy color, and then I have pine bough, which is a hunter green color, and then another taupe. And I'm going to be just doing, I'm doing half double crochet. Very, very simple. Just, I'm getting done with one thing and then going on to the next. This is, I want to say it's a size P. Might be a size P. And this is Bernat Blanket. It's like a chenille yarn, but this is really, really tough yarn. I don't know how it's going to wash, but it's going to college, so it's probably not going to get washed all that much, because it's really hard to stuff a blanket into a college washer and dryer. It doesn't look that way. And then the other thing we're working on, the other thing I'm working on, is another blanket. And this is using, what kind of needle? This is a size L needle, sorry, L hook, which is 8.0 millimeters. And this is a big giant wadded up mess. But this is just a ripple afghan. I think it's double crochet. And this is, you know, go up 5, do 3 in the top stitch, go down 5, skip 2, and repeat. It's a really easy pattern. It's really, really old. It gives you a little bit of holes, and this is obviously for a boy. It stripes like this because the yarn is Charisma. I got it on sale at Michael's when they were having a sale. I've used 2 of 12 skeins. I'm going lengthwise, so the ripples will actually go that way, which will be fine because that means the ends are even, and that'll be good. So those are the 2 afghans. Those need to be done by the end of June, and if I really have to push it, they wouldn't have to be done until August because that's when the kids leave for school. We can show it to them and say, oh, look, I'm working on a blanket for you. But I pretty much can guarantee it's done by graduation. I'm using really big hooks, really thick yarn for just that reason. Because I want to be able to be done with these things very quick. Nebula stitch and stuff. It was a semicircular shawl, and then there's also the Clara shawl. So if you happen to be in the Syracuse area, there's at least 4 yarn shops that I know of. We also, in the spring, will have the, wowzers, the thing out of Beaver Lake, the Fiber Frolic, the CNY Fiber Frolic. It's at Beaver Lake Nature Center. If you get a chance, try and go, because I know that usually, at least the past couple of years, Renee from Spun Right Round down Cortland has gone. She vends. So if you want to see that, I know usually Holiday Yarns vends as well. Spinner's Hill, Shepherd's Hill, I can't remember, from the Rochester area, whose stuff is carried at the Dizzy Sheep, the Village Yarn Shop usually vends. There's a whole bunch of people that vend. So check that out if you want to. I hope to edit this video and get it up by tonight. And like I said, if you have any questions about anything, since I've sort of breezed through everything, please feel free to email me and let me know what's going on. Thank you. Have a great week. Go craft something.